That's how you do it. All right, we are skipping around today. So skip to step 8 now on the back side. I think your paper is probably upside down. I did a great job sending it to the copiers. Okay, what we're gonna do now is write this. Also, we're gonna expand them. We're gonna write it in expanded form, okay? What this means is, this is where it's gonna start getting confusing. See what you have in parentheses? I don't really care what's inside, all right? You have 4 of whatever's in the parenthesis, okay? So take a look. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4. This is expanded form, all right? You have 4 sets of parentheses. Now we can go back and write whatever's inside. This is just happens to be 3 squared. All right, everybody with me? So now you've got to look at it and you've got to say, oh, 3 squared, isn't that the same thing as 2 times 2? I'm sorry, 3 times 3? That is not. All right, so I've got 3 times 3. This one's 3 times 3. 3 times 3, and 3 and 3. All right, see how they each have 2 sets of 2 little 3s in there? Okay, now that we've done all that writing, how many 3s do we actually have? I've got 2, 4, 6, 8. Don't I have 8 3s? All right, so this guy is 3 to the 8th. All right, that is a lot of writing. I'm telling you, it's the easiest way to do it though. If you start getting confused, write it out in expanded form. All right, let's try the next one. Here we go. This is high tech, I know. I'm sliding the paper. All right, how many sets of parentheses do we have? According to this exponent, that means that we have 2 whatever's in the parentheses. All right, so write out 2 parentheses, just like that. Now we're gonna write what's inside. I've got a 2 cubed and a 2 cubed, just like that. All right, it's gonna be a lot. Here we go. I've got 3 2s in that one, 3 2s in that one, for a grand total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 2s. All right, so that equals 2 to the 6th. Do you notice we're not really multiplying 2 times 2 times 2? All we're doing is just counting up how many we have. If you want to multiply 2 to the 6th, you go right ahead. I don't want to. That's a big number. All right, let's go to the last one. Now we've got a variable. All right, go ahead and try it on your own. How many sets of parentheses do you have? You're gonna multiply it out. 1, 2, and 3. For a grand total of, I don't know, because I gotta do all this work to write it out. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. There you go. I got a lot. All right, count up all your x's. It looks like I have 4, 4, and 4. Isn't that 12? I've got 12 x's. All right, now, I know what you're saying. Mrs. Shaw, all you have to do is blah. That's the rule. Here you go. What do you have to do? All you have to do is what? Do you notice? What are we doing? We had 3 squared to the 4th and ended up with 3 to the 8th. Do you see a pattern? Look at this one. 2 cubed squared ends up with 2 to the 6th. Look at that pattern. Any idea? All right, if you noticed the shortcut, which please, you do not need to use it ever if you don't want, because it gets confusing. This is called a power, right? See how the powers are right next to each other, those little exponents? This is called a power of a power property. All right, go ahead and highlight that guy right now. Power of a power property. That's a big one, all right? They have to be right next to each other. Write yourself a note that they are, those exponents just happen to be next to each other. That's in comparison to our first day where we just were multiplying same bases with the exponents. This one, there's only one base. Do you notice there's only one base? Let's write that too. That's a good note right there. That's only one base, And then you've got an exponent and an exponent. See that guy? All right, so power of a power, the shortcut is, did you guys notice? What's 2 times 3? Oh, it's 6. What is, off the screen here? Oh, we'll do this one. 4 times 3? Oh, it's 12. That's how we got 12. All you have to do is multiply when you have a power of a power. All right, that's today's second lesson. So we're dividing and multiplying today. All right, so try step 10. And you're thinking, oh, that was my hand, very close. Sorry about that. All right, step 10, here we go. Expand each expression, and then step 11 lets you, oh my goodness. We're gonna use the shortcut again on step 11. It's the same thing. We're not learning anything new. They just have a lot of stuff in this guy, all right? So what this means is we have 4 sets of whatever's in the parentheses, okay? So you can write that out again. 1, 2, 3, and 4, all right? You've got a 2 times 3, 2 times 3, 2 times 3, 2 times 3. I'll tell you, this is the worst example because it's really weird. All of us want to just go, that's 6. 6 to the 4th, we're done, right? I know. But they want to do it with numbers because they're about to mix it up and give you variables. So they're starting with numbers, showing you a really weird way. It works both ways. I would never do it this way because that is weird, but whatever. All right, here we go. How many 2's do we have? Everybody agree we have 4 2's, and we also have 4 3's. Doesn't that look a little bit like the distributive property? Look, we put the 4 on the 3 and the 4 exponent to that 2. What that means is everything in those parentheses is getting that exponent 4, that power of 4. All right? All right, by the way, if you multiply this out, that's literally going to equal 6 to the 4th. I know, this way is way nicer. Okay, but this one relates to this guy right here. Okay, so that's why they made us do this. If you don't like this one and it just confused you, don't worry about it because it's kind of weird. Okay, let's do B because actually I think B is a nicer problem. I think C is a nicer problem. I think they're all nicer. Okay, so think about distributing, all right? Everything in here is going to be to the 3rd power. So I'm going to have 4 3's, and then I'm going to have 3, oh my goodness. I have 3y cubed. Isn't that weird? I know, it's weird. All right, I have 3y to the 3rd power. All right, now I'm gonna clean it up. Here we go. I have 1, 2, 3, I have 4 to the 3rd power right there. And then, how many y's do you really have? Are you gonna make me write all of them out? Don't say you have 3 y's. That will hurt me. All right, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm hoping you didn't make me write that out. There you go. All right, I know. By now you're probably seeing a pattern, a shortcut. Just go with it. All right, here we go, same thing. That exponent 5 goes on everything in there. So you're gonna have 5 of those guys. Oh, this is disgusting. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And if I was a good teacher, I'd put these multiplication signs here. You know. Okay, I know, I didn't do it over here. I got lazy. Shh, don't tell your parents. Okay, all right, there, all right. Now I've got these X's down below. I'm gonna have 5 of them. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh my goodness, that's a lot. How many do I have altogether? I am not going to multiply that out. That's disgusting, but I've got 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. That's a lot of 5's. All right, if you total them up, you should have 15 5's. And then total up those X's, you should have 10. All right, did you notice the shortcut? I think you did. It's the same shortcut that we just did up here. Aren't we just multiplying the powers? That's a power to a power, right? They're right next to each other. Power of a power. All right, and if I take it like two different problems, like I cover up that 5, whoop, here, I'll zoom in. Whoa. If I cover up this 5 right there, bam, isn't that just like the same problem that we did right above? Yeah, all right. It's got one base, just focus on that part. All right, my base is x, and it's a power of a power. Do that part. All right, then do the same thing for the 5. I'll cover up the x and everything else in between. All right, and you've got a power of a power. And then just put them together. It's like two different problems all in one. Okay? All right, so our rule would be, it's kind of like we're distributing. We've got two little problems. All right, I have a, and then we are going to multiply the powers, the exponents here. All right? M times P. And then I have B, and that's to the N times P. I don't know what those letters are, all right? Whatever numbers they assign it. Okay, so don't forget, you are going to multiply. Let's write ourselves a note. Multiply each, underline it, exponent. All right, that is muy importante. All right, that is also power of a power product. All right, let's go back with our sweet highlighters that I know you have out because you guys are the best. All right. And if it makes you feel any better, this is all we're doing. All right. So those are your notes for today. Don't put them away. We're going to practice some problems. So grab a scratch piece of paper right now and get ready for some practice. All right, let's go ahead and